What's going on, people? Anything goes, and we're back for the second episode of
Me here. Ooh. My Hero Academia.
I thought you were gonna try it in Japanese.
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
I was.
It's a good pull out.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into it today, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're liking the video.
Baka.
And make sure you're getting in the comments down below because it all helps push the videos up. Anything to say? We've not really seen much from this yet, have we? It's just been like a...
No, the first ep in was decent though.
It was good. It was just, but it wasn't like story. It was just them training.
Yeah, but that's part of the story.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that part of the reason why you like most animes?
And for the
You better finish it now. No, don't take a sip.
movies.
Oh shit.
Ready?
Nope.
Take 17.
Beep.
Action.
Who is that?
You know it is.
No, I don't remember.
I think it's Endeavour, but it doesn't look like him when he's got a beard.
Well, I wasn't expecting to find you here.
The League of Villains. Tommy,
Oh, his beard is off. He burnt his beard off.
you killed Snatch. He was a good hero.
Snatch, huh? That doesn't ring a bell. Why don't we forget about him and have a friendly chat? Who knows when we'll get another chance?
You know this is how
Can't fight like this.
our
Just
conversation
recover your
is going, right?
strength for now. I'll take care of this guy. I only have small feathers left, but I should be able to buy us some time. Oh, no need for heroics. The only reason I'm here is to retrieve my fallen Nomu. I mean, no way I could win this fight, right? Unless the top two heroes were bloodied and beaten already!
Saw the news and hopped over. Patchwork, you're part of the league, huh? I'll kick your butt.
Man, and things were just getting good. Do it, Uchiko. See you later, number one. I'm sure we'll have time to have a heart-to-heart someday. I look forward to it. Until then,
What nastiness
try
is
not
that?
to disappoint. And don't you dare get killed, Enji Todoroki!
Tell us where your friends are.
Okay then.
Vanished. It's the same way they bounced out of Camino that day.
Whatever the case,
She's
we
ripped.
managed to stop that juiced-up Nomu.
Idiot. This is just the beginning.
Okay, so it's Endeavour.
That wasn't how you said things would play out. Oh, is that a fact? I prefer it if you and I got along better, Dobby. Thought you only had small feathers left after that battle. If I'm going to meet a liar in a secret location, I'm not coming unarmed. The fight was supposed to go down at a warehouse tomorrow. Instead,
why does he have to be a
you unleashed
baddie?
Nomu in the middle of the city, one on a totally different level than the others we faced. If we're going to trust each other, you have to keep me up to date. I guess I had a sudden change of heart, but I did give you advance warning I wanted to test the new Nomu in the field. Besides, you're not without blame yourself. You said you'd bring a random pro along. I didn't expect a number one hero. Now that's not very fair. Your beast gave Endeavor severe injuries. I figured you'd be thrilled to give him such a workout. I did what you asked of me. You're the only one who broke a promise here. Think of it as me testing our pet pro to see if I can actually trust his word. I couldn't help but notice you saved a couple of bystanders. You came to us saying you sympathize with our cause, yet you fought so hard today. I'm no good to you if the hero community loses its faith in my work. The more they trust me, the more intel I'll be able to collect on them. You know that, unless you're incapable of thinking long term. Everything I do is in the name of advancing the League. Got it? Sure. Say that all you want, but I can't let you see the boss yet. I'll be in touch. partner.
Well, shit.
So you want me to get close to them, but expect me to sit back and ignore all the harm they cause?
We're asking you because we think you're someone who can ignore it. You're indifferent to prestige and fame, and you have your eyes fixed on your long-term goal. We think there's no one more suitable than you.
So what is he, a triple agent?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Endeavor. Really. I am.
That same night, after basic physical training, I worked on One for All until I was exhausted and passed out on top of my sheets.
Thank you for that information.
I was gonna say, I felt like we was getting another one of these.
I had a dream.
Or is this the dream you already had?
There was a beautiful woman with a fierce expression on her face next to me. Beyond her were other people I didn't recognize at first. Wait, there. I'd had a vision like this before. But this dream was much clearer than that one. They were the vestiges of One for All. I can't talk, but I can move my right arm. What's up with my feet? There are two more I can't make out.
Dear foolish little brother, why do you resist me?
That voice, I'll never forget it. All for one.
Because what you're doing is wrong. I refuse to stand by and watch as you corrupt everything around us.
All for One called him little brother. Is he the first?
What a callous thing to say. I'm trying to compromise with you. But let me guess, tolerance is not part of your rigid sense of justice.
The world is falling apart right now. It's an utter chaos. But meta power shouldn't be used to further self-interest. You're only thinking about how you can fulfill your own desires.
Neither of them have noticed me. Am I seeing the past reenacted?
Come.
That was a little slow enough.
This man's jaw was transformed. Those wretched fangs simply won't stop growing. He's a kind-hearted man who takes care of his elderly parents. But he was persecuted, called sick and a monster. Even his parents have abandoned him. This man has no abilities. On his way home from work one evening, he was attacked by a gang of metas. His stun gun was rendered useless, and the tentacle-like hair of an assailant held him down as he was beaten.
No, don't! There's no turning back!
Please help me.
Just do it.
That wasn't the same.
If I'm ever in need, will you lend me your aid?
Yes, of course I will. I can go home, thank you.
I'll help too. I'm forever in your debt after this gift.
Is this the world you call chaotic? It doesn't seem so to me, brother.
I think
I
he
saw
took
two
one away and
people
gave
in
one power.
need and
Yeah.
helped both of
Yeah, I
them
don't think
using
he
my
gave him the
ability.
same
I'm no fool.
You
power.
don't care about them. You're just adding lackeys to your collection.
So he can just
I
store.
do need people I can trust
powers.
and depend on, but I still love you. I hope you know that. You are my only family. I will give you everything you want if you agree to join me. You have my word. Choice to those without power. Mercy to those who have sinned. You've stopped eating again. You're disintegrating into nothing.
Brother, I refuse to become the man you want me to be.
But you should have been there. You should have seen them fall, all of them. They let their powers go to waste, formed factions, rose against me. That's why they had to be killed. But it wasn't by my hand that they lost their lives. My multitude of adoring friends took it upon themselves to spite the wicked and act on my behalf. I couldn't be more thrilled. The suggestion of a desire in people act for me. A fantasy come to life. It's like the world from the comic we read together back when we were young.
Except you gave up and only read through Volume 3. You missed the end. The Demon King ruled that fictional land, but a hero of justice struggled against him despite the horrible odds and saved the world. Don't you know? The villain always loses in the end.
Dreams have become reality, and reality doesn't follow stock plots. I believe it's time you finally bend to my cause. I'll rewrite your story as well, because you are dear to me, brother.
Let me go!
I've found a meta power for you. Even your pathetic body can utilize it. You will join me.
Please, brother! You're the ninth wielder, right? I'm sorry, I wanted to show you more. You're barely using 20% of the power yet. Be careful. We're long past the singularity point. Don't be afraid. You are not alone.
Wow.
I'm getting a whole Captain Falcon build up from this, but there's a lot more information that allows you to get more invested.
I think the powers coming from brothers was gonna be bait. The All for One's brother was the one who had, but it seems
because
it seems like All for One's
like 19 generations old.
It seems like All for One's the person who gave One for All
his power
in the first place.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't like, because obviously two of the people are blacked out, like Deku can't see them. So maybe one of them's All for One, or maybe them two became villains or something with the power.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And that's why they're blacked out.
Yeah, but then it's hard to,
because then they wouldn't, if they became villains, the original One for All wouldn't let them be part of Deku's power. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but there's not only that, it's more to do with the fact that like it has to be passed on and that, innit? So if there was villains, you wouldn't think that a villain would, unless like, you know, if a villain then brings it down to someone, it'll be a younger villain. There'll be no reason for them to then go up the right path as opposed to staying evil.
Yeah, I don't know. There's got to be some reason why they're blacked out.
Yeah, I know, but they're sick anyway for waiting to like season 5, and it's the first time they've ever tried to throw.
And he's only using he didn't even say 20%. He said near, like, you're not even using 20% yet. You're barely using 20% of the power.
So like,
and he's broken every bone in his body.
But when he had the time go on him, and he was moving kind of all out, I wonder if that all out was only like a maximum of 17%.
It mustn't be able to use the like 100% yet.
What, like he hasn't unlocked it?
I'm guessing he's unlocked more than that now, that his hands
glowing,
yeah.
Yeah, but he said something else. What was the thing he said? He said something about percentile or whatever. Like, he was talking about how much power you're using, and then he said a sentence, and I'm sure that's probably going to hold the value or hold the weight.
He said you're not alone.
No, not that bit. He said something else.
I can't remember what he said in between that.
You're a pain in the ass.
But you can't remember either.
Yeah, but what he said, that line there, is what holds weight about the whole point of everything. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no. As much as there's not much to it, like, you know, when you're an anime lover or you watch anime,
I feel that there's going to be more to this whole him being able to just give power to anyone he wants and to choose what power he gives them as well.
What do you mean, All for One?
Yeah, I know you have to take a power to store it and then give it to someone else, but it seems like he's been alive for a long time.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's why I was more confused.
He could have hundreds of powers.
And it's like, so what, is this whole thing supposed to be a secret, and he's never supposed to know who actually has the power? Because it must be obvious who's got his little brother's power by now if he gave it to them in the beginning.
He probably knows, but...
And what, he doesn't want it back?
Or maybe he doesn't know. I'm not sure if he knows who Deku is yet.
Of course he does.
Because he knows who All Might is, but him and All Might had a fight, and then he's not really played much into it after that.
Yeah, but obviously Deku was part of the team that helped rescue Kiku. And then weren't they fighting immediately after that?
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no way he's not aware of
that. It seems
that.
like if he knew who the next one was and knew there wasn't full power yet, it'd just
yak him.
Go like all out after them.
Well, that's what I thought.
And now we got all the Hulk's stuff. I don't know whose side he's on. They could just let him play both sides, and when they decide to just go, I was actually on this side.
Doing like Black Widow.
I feel like after this we're gonna get
yeah, it's hard, isn't it? Because I feel like this
push along with the main story after this episode.
But like,
because it's now caught up to that. Obviously, that bit was more of the last episode of last season, but like more of it, that final part of that episode.
Yeah. But like there as well, like obviously animes try to prolong the point for as long as possible. And the point of this is, once we have all the information and all the backstory, there's no more flashbacks. There's no more fillers. There's nothing to fill. As much as you want to stretch out a season, you can't.
They've got. How many one for alls was there just then? They've got all of their backstory.
Yeah. But either way, but once they've done them, I'm saying the storyline. Oh, excuse me. The storyline can't just randomly change the length. Like if it's supposed to be 20 episodes, but we have all the fillers and we've already seen all the backstories, it can not. The fight scenes aren't that long. It's not Dragon Ball Z. You don't take 9 days to fucking charge up. Do you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. But it's moving along enough to say, that makes a bit more sense. That's why that's happening. Even a little Endeavour family stuff is a bit mad. But yeah, so I want to see what he's next. What the 20%'s looking at. That's what I want to see. Because obviously, when he was fighting the guy that just touches people and they die in that, I can't remember what his name is.
Hand boy.
Yeah, no, not him. The one that Handboy robbed for the bullets. You follow the end of season 4. So obviously, when he had the girl on the back and he was going all out, as much as he's going all out, it's a bit different when he's not trained certain moves. He doesn't have that certain information. It's what his knowledge is what changes how destructive he can be. But now that I think about it, the way that it's going on, I'm getting a weird feeling that the power itself is just like, it's kind of like self-destruct. Because even if you train, like he can only train his body to a certain limit, to the point where he can dish out something, but it's still gonna destroy him.
Eventually it does though. Anyway.
Yeah, but that's what the point is.
What happens?
I think so. So that's probably why All For One's like, I'm not too fussed. It's like that power's fine, because that is the one the only power that would kill me in the end.
Yeah, but I can already see Deku in 3 seasons time is gonna be like fighting All For One, and he's gonna be like, oh my god, he's reached 100%, and then All Might's gonna be like, wow, no one's ever reached 100%. While he's like going like, for like half hour, ready to punch All For One.
No, that's not Dragon Ball Z, bruv. It's not Dragon Ball Z.
I'm telling you, he's gonna be the only one that's ever hit 100%.
Yeah, I want to get more information on what, like for instance, how high All Might went. Because from what we've seen, in the difference in power, it's looking like...
We haven't seen any of the past ones fight or anything yet, so we don't know if...
Yeah, but I'm saying in terms of what we've seen from All Might, like All Might seemed like his power was... Oh my god, it's over 9,000.
Yeah, it's Superman, isn't it?
Yeah, so...
Superman?
It's only when he started drawing for the new punches that you've never heard of, like different states and towns. The man blew up like... But yeah, so... I just want to, you know, because you've seen what extent the power can go. Now it's about the build up of Deku and how far he can take it.
Only a week to wait. So if you like the video, get your comments down below. Any theories you've got on what could be going on, whose side is Hawks on, what's going on with Deku.
Doesn't help that we're a week behind.
We're 2 weeks behind.
Yeah, so on top of that.
Oh yeah, don't get your theories down below because you're going to spoil it for us. We had to wait for the English dub to come out, so we're a couple of weeks behind. But subscribe to the channel and we'll see you for episode 3 next week.
Bye.
I ain't drinking Hennessy no more. Well, that depends what I'm on. Okay, I light, I'm on it right now. Looking for a bad bitch that's tryna bite down. Eat 'em up. Anything goes, you know. This where anything goes, you know.